Long ago, in a peaceful African village, thunder rolled across the sky one strange night. The villagers whispered that the spirits were restless and that someone, somewhere, had angered them. But no one knew that this warning was meant for Chief Boko, the richest man the land had ever seen. Years ago, Chief Boko had been a poor boy. He sold firewood in the hot sun, walked barefoot, and often went to bed hungry. Yet, he dreamed big. He worked hard, saved every coin, and built a small shop. One day, luck smiled on him. He discovered gold in a piece of land no one wanted. From that moment, his life changed. Boko became a businessman, then a landlord, and finally, a billionaire. He built the biggest mansion in the region, with tall gates that touched the clouds. Everyone admired him. But as his wealth grew, his heart grew smaller. He forgot the dusty roads that once carried his bare feet. He forgot the hungry days that taught him compassion. Poor villagers often came to Boko's gate, hoping for help. "Mighty chief, please, my child is sick. We need medicine," one woman begged. But Boko only waved his jeweled hand and said, "Go away. I worked for my money. Work for yours." When his old friend, Musa, came asking for a loan to rebuild his farm, Boko laughed. "Did you think I became rich to feed failures? Go till the soil with your empty hands." The villagers began to fear him. No one dared come near his house anymore. But the elders of the land shook their heads and warned, "The spirits do not like pride. When the rich forget the poor, thunder will remind them." Boko only laughed louder. One stormy night, when the wind howled like an angry spirit, a knock came at Boko's golden gate. Knock! Knock! His guards opened the gate, and there stood an old man, his clothes torn, his hair grey, his eyes bright like fire. "Please," the old man said, "I have walked far. I am hungry and cold. Give me a place to rest." The guards looked at each other, unsure. But when Boko appeared, he frowned. "Old fool. Go sleep in the forest. My house is not for beggars." The old man raised his eyes and said softly, "Remember, Chief Boko, the poor you despise may be the messenger you need." But Boko shouted, "Get him out of here," and slammed the gate. The thunder roared louder that night. As Boko lay in his silk bed, lightning flashed across the sky. He turned uneasily, hearing strange whispers in the wind. Then darkness. Suddenly, he found himself standing on a dry, cracked land. His mansion was gone. His clothes were torn. Around him stood hundreds of people, the poor he once mocked. They were silent, staring at him with sad eyes. Then the old man appeared again, glowing like the moon. "Chief Boko," he said, "do you know me?" I don't," Boko stammered. The man's voice thundered, "I am the spirit of compassion. You once had me in your heart when you were poor. But you buried me under gold and pride. Now, you shall taste what you gave others, rejection and hunger." Before Boko could reply, the crowd turned away from him. The wind grew stronger, sweeping everything into darkness. Boko woke up trembling. Sweat covered his face. He ran to his window. His mansion was still there, but the sky looked strange. He went outside to breathe. On the street near his gate, he saw a group of poor children sleeping under the rain. Something inside him broke. He rushed inside, grabbed blankets, and covered them one by one. Then he ordered his cooks to bring food. For the first time in years, his heart felt light. The next morning, he called his workers and said, "From today, no one in this village will go hungry. My wealth must serve people, not crush them." He built a school, a clinic, and gave jobs to those who had nothing. The people were shocked but happy. They said, "Chief Boko has changed. Perhaps the spirits have touched him." And indeed, they had. Chief Boko lived long after that night, but he never forgot his dream. He became known not just as the richest man, but as the kindest man in the region. When people asked why he gave so much away, he would smile and say, "Because I once saw the face of compassion and I never want to lose it again." And so, dear listener, remember, money can build walls, but kindness builds bridges. Wealth may fill your pockets, but only humility fills your heart. Just like Chief Boko learned, pride comes before a fall, and wealth means nothing without kindness. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring African folktales. And tell us in the comments, what lesson did you learn from Chief Boko's story?